In a faraway kingdom lived 5 beautiful princesses, each known for a special gift. Princess Aurelia had a voice like a nightingale. Princess Alara could paint with the colors of the wind. Princess Lyra could dance on moonbeams. Princess Callista could weave stories from starlight. And Princess Seraphina could speak to animals. They were the pride of their kingdom, beloved by all. But their happiness drew the envious eye of a wicked wizard named Malachor. He lived in a twisted tower on the edge of the world, hoarding magic and despising joy. One day, Malachor descended upon the castle. With a flick of his gnarled fingers and a cruel laugh, he cast a terrible spell. In a flash of green smoke, the 5 lovely princesses were transformed into hideous ogresses. Their silken hair turned to matted weeds, their graceful forms became lumbering and grotesque, and their sweet voices turned into gravelly roars. Horrified, they fled the castle, their own people screaming and throwing stones, not recognizing their beloved royals. They found refuge deep in the whispering woods, their hearts shattered, their hope a dying ember. The kingdom fell into a deep sadness, believing their princesses were lost forever. Malachor, reveling in his cruelty, was not finished. He craved more power, more sorrow to feast upon. His next target was the luminous kingdom of Eredor, a realm floating on clouds, ruled by the kind and powerful fairy princess Lumina. She was the guardian of the crystal heart, the source of all light and dreams in her kingdom. Malachor stormed the skybound castle, his dark magic clashing with Lumina's light. Though she fought bravely, Malachor was too strong. He captured her, locking her in a crystal cage. Then, with a wave of his stolen scepter, he cast a sleeping spell over all of Eredor. The vibrant, bustling kingdom fell silent, its people frozen in an enchanted slumber, the entire realm shrouded in a gray, dreamless fog. Lumina was imprisoned in Malachor's dark tower, forced to watch her kingdom sleep. The wizard would taunt her daily, boasting of his power. "See, little fairy," he would sneer, "your light is no match for my darkness. Your people will sleep for 1,000 years, and you will be here to watch every second of it." But Lumina's spirit was not so easily broken. She knew that despair was the wizard's greatest weapon. She held on to hope, searching for any weakness, any flaw in his power. From her crystal prison, Lumina could see the world below through a magical scrying pool. Her gaze was drawn to the whispering woods, where she saw 5 miserable figures. They were the ogress princesses. She could feel their sorrow, their loneliness, and the flicker of goodness still shining within their hearts. Buried under the wizard's curse, an idea began to form in her mind, a daring and desperate plan. Using the last of her free magic, she projected her voice, a gentle, shimmering whisper, into the minds of the ogresses. The princesses, huddled together in their cave, were startled. The voice was like a soft bell in the silence of their despair. "Do not be afraid," Lumina's voice echoed in their thoughts. "I am Princess Lumina. I know who you are. Princesses Aurelia, Alara, Lyra, Callista, and Seraphina. I know what Malachor has done to you." The ogresses looked at each other, stunned. It had been so long since anyone had called them by their real names. Hope, a feeling they thought long dead, began to stir. "The wizard who cursed you has also captured me and put my kingdom to sleep," Lumina continued. "But he has a weakness. His power is not his own. It is channeled through his obsidian wand. If we can get that wand, we can break his spells." Aurelia, whose roar was once a song, spoke first. "But look at us. We are monsters. How can we possibly face him?" Lumina's voice was firm but kind. "Your forms have changed, but your hearts have not. Your strengths are still within you. Aurelia, your roar can shake the very foundations of his tower. Alara, you can blend with the shadows as if you were painting yourself into the night. Lyra, for all your size, you can still move with a surprising grace. Callista, your clever mind can unravel his puzzles and traps. And Seraphina, the creatures of the dark forest will answer your call." For the first time in months, the princesses felt a surge of purpose. They weren't just cursed ogresses, they were a team with a mission. They agreed to Lumina's plan. That night, under the cover of a new moon, they began their journey to Malachor's tower. The journey was perilous. They crossed treacherous ravines and navigated thorny mazes. But with Lumina's guidance and their own unique skills, they overcame every obstacle. Seraphina spoke to the giant bats, who carried them over a bottomless chasm. Callista solved an ancient riddle carved into a stone door, revealing the secret path to the tower. Finally, they reached the foot of the twisted spire. It loomed over them, a black spike against the stormy sky. "The tower has magical wards," Lumina whispered. "You must work together. Elara, use the darkness as your cloak and find the source of the wards." Elara, remembering how she once painted with light and shadow, melted into the inky blackness at the tower's base. She moved unseen, her large form becoming one with the night, and found the pulsating runes that powered the tower's defenses. "Lyra," Lumina instructed, "your steps must be light, despite your form. Dance between the magical tripwires to reach the runes." Lyra, recalling her moonbeam dances, moved with an agility that defied her appearance, disabling the traps one by one. With the outer wards down, they entered the tower. The air was cold and filled with the stench of dark magic. Malakor's voice boomed from above. "Fools! You think you can challenge me in my own fortress?" Magical bolts of energy shot down the stairwell. "Aurelia, now," Lumina urged. Aurelia took a deep breath and let out a tremendous roar. The sound was so powerful it cracked the stone walls and shattered the incoming spells. The entire tower trembled. They charged up the winding staircase, with Callista shouting out warnings, her sharp eyes spotting hidden traps and illusions just in time. They burst into the throne room at the top of the tower. Malakor stood there, his face a mask of fury, his obsidian wand crackling with dark energy. In the center of the room was the crystal cage holding Lumina. "So the little monsters have come to play," the wizard snarled, raising his wand. "I'll just have to make your curse permanent." But the princesses were ready. As Malakor prepared a powerful spell, Seraphina gave a sharp cry, calling to the wizard's own shadowhounds. Confused by her command, the beasts hesitated, buying them a precious second. In that moment, Elara threw a pouch of glowing moss she had collected, filling the room with a blinding, disorienting light. Malakor shielded his eyes, momentarily blinded. "Now, Lyra!" yelled Callista. Lyra, with a powerful leap that was surprisingly graceful, bounded across the room and kicked the obsidian wand from the wizard's hand. The wand flew through the air, tumbling end over end. Lumina focused all her remaining power, guiding its trajectory. It soared directly into Aurelia's waiting hands. The moment the ogress princess touched the wand, it erupted in a torrent of uncontrolled magic. Malakor screamed as his own dark power, no longer under his control, turned against him. It swirled around him like a black vortex, pulling him in. With a final, desperate cry, he dissolved into dust and was scattered to the winds. The obsidian wand crumbled into harmless sand in Aurelia's hand. As the wizard vanished, his curses began to unravel. The crystal cage holding Lumina dissolved into a shower of light. With a grateful smile, she flew to the 5 ogresses. A wave of golden light washed over them, and their monstrous forms melted away. Once again, they were the 5 beautiful princesses, their gifts and their true selves restored. At the same moment, hundreds of miles away, the gray fog over Eredor lifted. The people of the Sky Kingdom awoke, stretching as if from a long nap, the crystal heart once again beating with a warm, brilliant light. The 6 princesses returned to their kingdoms as heroes. The 5 sisters were welcomed back with tears of joy and celebration. They ruled their kingdom with the added wisdom and compassion they had gained from their ordeal. Princess Lumina returned to Eredor, forever bound by friendship to the 5 brave sisters who helped save her and her people. They showed the world that true strength isn't about appearance, but about the courage in your heart and the friends who stand beside you. Thank you so much for watching our story today. If you enjoyed this fairy tale, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more magical adventures. See you next time.